What's up, everybody? I am super excited because I've got my mom here. And let me just let you know that if you want to know all things Adrienne, she's the one to ask. Her name is Nilda Alicea Felix. Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
Guys, my mom is the funniest person ever. If anyone ever actually saw us hanging out, the things that we say to each other, like most people would be like, you can't say that to your mom. No, we are so close. We're super comfortable with one another, and she's literally one of my best friends. She is the most loving, most non-judgmental, kind, giving. I never felt like there wasn't anything I couldn't tell my mom. I always knew that I knew that no matter what happened, my mom loves me. Oh my God, we have a family group chat. We call it Fotos y Recuerdos, and it's actually after the Selena song, Fotos y Recuerdos. And we're all on there constantly getting pictures of the girls, of Jet and Bo, the things that they do. I send them funny stuff. Mom is at the hair salon getting her hair dyed or sitting under the dryer, taking selfies and sending them to us. But like, we're constantly talking. We're never not talking.
Yeah,
I love it.
And we FaceTime at least 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
So if I'm in LA, I love to go to Malibu.
She loves Malibu.
I love Malibu.
We go to Paradise Cove and we get big drinks in the watermelons and we take them out and sit on the beach. Me and my mom love the heat. So we love being by the beach. We love...
And the other thing is Runyon Canyon.
She loves to do Runyon Canyon.
I love that.
She likes to go hiking. She loves being in like the wilderness and nature.
I love water.
What else do we love doing together? Me and mommy can sit on the sofa and watch Law and Order SV.
Yes, absolutely.
It's our favorite show.
Yes,
Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and we can sit and watch like an entire marathon of it.
We can. Play games.
We love playing games. Taboo. Board games.
We love that. Okay. Family Feud.
So my sister and I like to play games with mommy because like watching her play Taboo cracks us up.
Or even going to do our nails cracks them up.
Mom has had some tragic nail moments. Like right now, I'm literally asking her what nail polish color does she have on.
This was not a good choice.
No.
But when I was here
for the Emmys.
Yes.
My mom was my date to the Emmys, and we had so much fun that night. But the preparation getting ready to go to the Emmys was hysterical.
Yes.
We got our nails done, and mom's nails got done so terribly that the woman that did her nails, all of her nails were facing like to the side. So mom would give directions in the Uber by just holding her hands up.
We're going that way.
We're going that way. And all her nails were facing in that direction.
So what does she do? She FaceTimes her sister just because they have to make fun of me.
What's something you would reprimand me on? Honestly. You want me to take my medicine every day. You get on me about, she gets on me about my health.
Yeah.
You guys know I have a thyroid condition. I take Synthroid every day, so she'll be like, did you take your medicine today? She worries about me.
Yeah.
You worry about me.
And I think that also you don't sleep enough at times, and I really do, and I think that's all part of, I don't, so I have to take that advice from myself as well. But when you are a mom and you've made mistakes along the line, you know, along your life, whether it's the way that you eat or not exercising.
My mom will be the first one to keep it real with me, like, girl,
you need to,
we have the same body.
And I
cool out on the bread.
I didn't do it for myself. When I had children, I got so involved with them, I stopped. I didn't think about what I was eating. I didn't think about exercising. I didn't think about these things. And these are things that I worry because I don't want them to not be healthy. I do worry about that.
Yeah.
And I do get on her case about that.
She does.
The one about you cutting your hair.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
When I was little, how old was I?
You were 3 years old. I picked you up from the Head Start and we were crossing the street.
To go pick up my sister who was at PS 110. She was in first grade?
Yes. And so I said to her,
I had bangs at the time, full
I said
bangs.
to her, I think I like you better without bangs.
And I took scissors and I just cut
She
them
really did.
off. I didn't understand the concept that the way you get rid of bangs
by
is
letting
to
them
let them
grow.
grow out. I just thought I needed to take them off because mommy likes me better
Without
bangs. So my mom took me to a salon called Showcase, and the woman named Paula, that was she was actually a member of our church, La Primitiva, and the lady was gonna fix my hair. Oh, explain the genius idea you had on how she could fix my missing bangs.
They took all this hair from me, from back here, and they brought it forward, and then they cut and made bands that came from back here all the way
Back of my head.
up here.
I have a photo. I have a photo of these bangs literally come from the middle of my head, and they come all the way to the front to cover all my bald
All the
missing spot
missing,
because
yeah.
I had no hair in the front. It was a hot mess.
Not really. I knew that you were going to do something special with your life.
Oh, and special I've done.
A lot of people would sometimes even criticize me because they felt that I didn't, I guess, punish you or discipline you a certain way. But I knew that I could not break you. You had a spirit that could not be broken. And I believed in God, and
Don't
it
make me
happened.
cry.
And I just knew that there was something special that you were going to be involved in. I didn't know exactly what it was. And when you were 14 and it presented itself for you to become part of 3LW, it was difficult for me because everyone, including my family and the church and everyone, was against me making this decision. But I knew, and at the time I had gotten married to Papa, and we sat and he said to me, if you don't allow her to do this and this goes somewhere, she'll never forgive you. You have to take the chance. And I had to trust myself, I had to trust God and let you go. And it was a very difficult thing for me to do, but I don't regret it. I don't, because I knew that that was what you wanted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Very proud because I know that this didn't come easy to her. She's had to struggle, she's had to work really, really hard, but she never gave up. She didn't care. It was like one door closed and she would just knock on the next door and just keep on going and keep on. And I think that's what makes me the most proud, that she never gave up her dream. So proud of you, so very proud.
I'm so grateful because I feel like what sustains me in life is the incredible foundation that my mother has built for me. And I love that, like, none of those things ever mattered. My mom would be proud of me no matter what I do. Like, I literally right now could be like unemployed. Like, it does not matter. Like, I know, and she always instilled in me that, like, no matter what, she would be proud of me. As long as you're a good person, a kind person with a good heart, you love Jesus, you love God. Like, those are the things she instilled in me. And that allowed me to actually pursue and focus on my dream even more so, because I could do it with my whole heart and with the right intentions.
That's right.
And I knew that, like, I'm not doing this, because I want to be famous, or I genuinely loved entertainment. I loved, like, making people laugh. I loved talking to people, like, and that foundation that you gave me is what has sustained me in my career and just as a person, and I'm just so grateful for that. My mom is the bomb. Like, my mom is the strongest woman I know. She's been through a lot in her life, and I love how she has not allowed that to define her. I love that my mom has created a life that she loves, created a world that she loves, and I love that she's done what God has always placed in her heart. And I think that that's the greatest example I ever could have gotten, that, you know, even when people have spoken bad about her or have judged her. Like, we grew up in church, and I think sometimes that environment can be very judgmental, but I love the fact that my mom followed her heart and has always done what she believed was right. And I feel like that has been the greatest example ever. And she's the hardest working woman I know. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, people are always shocked when they find out that my mom still works. Oh, see, now I get you, Mo. And I think that for me has been such a great example, because I started working when I was 14 years old, and my mom could have retired right then and there and been like, well, my daughter is, she's doing well off. She can support me. And my mom, till this day, wakes up and goes to, what time do you wake up in the morning, Mom?
On Mondays at 4 and the rest of the week at 5:30.
My mom is the first person in the office. She is the head of her department. How do you explain what you do, Mom?
I'm a practice manager for pediatrics
At
department
Cornell.
at Cornell.
What time do you have to be at work is the better question.
In my position, I really don't have a time. I can walk in basically at any time, a little, kind of.
She
but
chooses to arrive
I'm
at
there
work.
at 7.
And you always have.
Yeah.
You always have. My mom gets to work way earlier than she has to get there and leaves later than she has to, because she puts in the extra time and the extra effort. And there's something to be said about that. She could have decided to retire a long time ago and been like, oh, I'm gonna live off of my daughter. She's making it. And my mom literally would tell me, save your money. You work for you. That money is for you.
People would say, ask me.
Probably
they'll say,
still.
how come you don't, you're still working? And I would say, because that's not my money. That's my daughter's money. And that's not right.
I would tell her I don't want her to work.
It's not right.
I want her to retire. I'm like, Mom, and she would be like, no, I want to work. I want to retire at the age that I said I was going to retire. And it's coming up.
Yes.
And I'm really excited about it. How much do you love my husband?
I love him to the moon and back and beyond.
No, they have their own little love affair. They love each other.
He has been an answer prayer to, I believe, to my daughter's life and to our family. I'm trying to put this nicely.
Yeah.
But in past relationships, I'm not the kind of mom to tell my daughters, this is not who you should be going out with.
True.
You should not do this, and you should not. You always welcome.
I wish she did, but she's
you know
just not that type of mom.
I didn't do that. I don't do that because you're an adult, and you want your children to make a decision based on what they believe in. Never
what's in their heart.
But I believe in the power of prayer. And I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, and I believed that there was something better for my daughter. And God answered my prayers, and I love that man. I love him because he loves my daughter, and he knows her so well, and he treats her like a queen, and every mother wants that for their child.
He's so much fun, you guys.
And
I
he's
like
funny
him
too.
so much. But they love each other, and that makes me so happy. And just where I am in life, we just have the best times together. I love that I have a man that encourages me to call my mom, to spend time with my mom. He's the one that's like, I think your mom has a week off. We should have her come out. I love that about my husband. If
it's nice to be liked by your son-in-law.
Yeah, if mom can't reach me, she calls Israel, and Israel gets on me. He'll be like, your mom is looking for you. Why don't you answer your phone? But I'll literally be busy doing something. But he gets on me. He's like, you gotta call your mom. Have you spoken to him? And then he takes it upon himself some days to be like, we're FaceTiming your mom. I want to see her. I want to say hi.
I'm truly a blessed mom. I have 2 amazing son-in-laws.
You really do.
I really do. I have 2 sons. They're not my son-in-laws. They're my sons. When I had them, a lot of people would say, didn't you want to have a boy? Don't you want to have another child and try to have him? I said, the day my daughter, I actually said this since they were really small. So I believe in the power of word, because I always said, the day my daughters get married, I will have sons. And that's exactly what's happened to my life. So I am truly blessed. I really am.
So I hope that you learned a little bit more about me and a little bit more about us, this fantabulous duo right here. Make sure that you
comment below.
There you go, ladies. Stay with it. Stay with it, mama.
And subscribe.
Yes, subscribe. Comment below and subscribe. Let us know what you love doing with your mom, why your mom is special to you. I'm obsessed with this one right here. And yeah, she is the reason why I am all things Adrienne. And don't forget to subscribe.